Hello students, how are you all? Good afternoon to you all. Had your lunch? It's a time for lunch. So now your most of the children enjoyed like anything because March to August, it's almost 4 to 5 months you enjoyed. You eaten varieties of tiffin, varieties of lunch. Mummy cooking every day, cooking and making you to feed. Because almost all of you are in the house. Now the time has come for the education. The time has started now to concentrate on education. So let us welcome you all for the online classes. So we, all the teachers are beginning from today onwards online classes. Let us shrug off your all the laziness. Let us concentrate on studies. Now today I am going to take 8th standard social science. In that I am going to teach you sources. Sources means it's a evidence, proof. ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಮೂಲಗಳು we say in Kannada. So history is demanded always sources, proof and evidence. So that's why today I am going to begin about the sources. That is, first beginning, let us see what is history. History is the systematic study of past. ಗತಕಾಲದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇ ಇತಿಹಾಸ. ಇತಿಹಾಸ, the systematic study of past. History is written on the basis of sources. History is written on the basis of sources. See, history always tells fact. Always tells fact because history has been written with the perfect proof, with the perfect evidence. That is why history cannot be lie. History, most of the if you go to any other countries, any other religion or caste or any about the king, we go for searching of a proof. That is why history is written on the basis of sources. So if there is no source, no history. History always demanding evidence. If there is no source, it cannot be said history. So the historians is like an advocate. The historians means who has written the history. Historians means who had written the history is called historians. So historians are like advocate. Advocate means, do you know? Lawyer. ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳ ಲಾಯರ್ ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? The advocate or a lawyer to go for a judgment or what we say argument, you need proof, you need evidence. Without proof, without evidence, ye cannot argue in the court. That is why the same way, so the historians are called advocate of the history. Advocate of the history. So let's see which are the sources are there. How many kinds of sources are there in history? Sources can be divided into two. Sources can be divided into two. That is literary sources, archaeological sources. So how many types of sources are there? Literary sources and archaeological sources. Even literary sources also divided into two. Okay, the literary sources also divided into two. That is written literature, oral literature. Written literature and oral literature. Written literature means which has been written. It may be on the palm leaf. It may be on the rock. It may be on the written on the wall, or it may be written on the so many other metals. It may be iron. It may be a copper. So many things. These all will be on the written literature. And what are the oral literature? Oral literature is just moving by mouth to mouth. Example, folk song, folk story, and the folk legends. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಲ್ವಾ? ಜನಪದ ಹಾಡು, ಜನಪದ ಕಥೆಗಳು, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಾಹಸಗಾರರ ವೀರರ ಕಥೆಗಳು. It's all not written by this one. It comes to the mouth to mouth, generation to generation. That is why it is all we say oral literature. So there are two types of literature sources: written literature and oral literature. And even written literature also divided into two parts. See, it's all splitting one by one, one by one, one by one. First, sources divided into two. That is literary sources and archaeological sources. Again, literary sources divided into two: written literature and oral literature. Then again, written literature will be divided into two. That is native literature and foreign literature. Okay, na? Foreign literature. So again, if you come to the B side, that is archaeological sources will be divided into four. Archaeological sources are divided into four. Which are those? Inscriptions, coins, monuments, and other ruins. So inscriptions, coins, monuments, and the other ruins. These are the four archaeological sources. Now let's go to study about the first native literature. Let's go to study about the native literature. Native means what? What is the meaning of native? Native means where we are born, the place. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ನಾವು ನೇಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Here native means what? India, or where we are living, maybe state of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. So these are where we are living. Those place, that place is called native. Let's see, native literature means what about India? Maybe we take our country. So there are so many languages are there in our country. Basically, it's taken 13 languages. We have the Indian Constitution has been selected 13 languages. So before forming the Constitution, many languages were there. Thousands of languages we have in India. So among that, very important languages which are Sanskrit, Prakrit, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Marathi, Oriya, Gujarati, Urdu, and many other languages we have. These are all the languages are called native languages or native literature. So in these languages, many of our writers written many books. They have written on the palm leaf. They have written on the metal. So many others. Who are the important? Let's see. Some of them we can find out. That is Kautilya. Kautilya is a very famous writer. That is Kautilya written Arthashastra. Kautilya written Arthashastra. Arthashastra means about the business, about the money. Artha means ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಅಥವಾ ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ. ದ ಕೌಟಿಲ್ಯ ವಾಸ್ very famous in writing of about the business or about the money. That is why, so that is Kautilya written the famous book, that is the Arthashastra. Then King Hala. King Hala. King also written a book. King also written a many literature. That is the name was Gata Saptasati. What is the name of the book? Gata Saptasati. This book was, this literature as written by the King Hala. King Hala. Next written that is Vishaka Datta. Vishaka Datta. Vishaka Datta also a very famous writer. So he has written that is Mudrakshasa. He has written the book of Mudrakshasa. That is written by Vishaka Datta. Next one more, Kallana. Kallana, so written Raja Tarangini. Kallana written Raja Tarangini. This book was written by Kallana. And one more, that is Banabhatta. One more, the famous. So when you go for higher educations like PUC or a degree level, you are going to study all of these above. If you take an art student, so Banabhatta written Arshacharita. Banabhatta written the book of Arshacharita. Next, Chand Bardai. Chand Bardai written what? Prithviraja Raso. Chand Bardai written Prithviraja Raso. And Pampa. I think Pampa means, maybe you may be knowing, that is Pampa is called Adikavi of Karnataka, Kannada. Adikavi of Kannada. He is written which? The Vikramarjuna Vijaya. Vikramarjuna Vijaya. This book was written by Pampa. And many others are there. Many writers, poets, there are many writers who are there. So these all the writers are called native literatures. Native literatures. Once again, Kautilya written Arthashastra, King Hala's written Gata Saptasati, Vishaka Datta written Mudrakshasa, Kallana written Raja Tarangini, then Banabhatta written Arshacharita, Chand Bardai written Prithviraj Raso, Pampa written Vikramarjuna Vijaya. These all the writers were called what are the literature written by Indians. That is why it is called native literature. Now next we can go for foreign literature. Foreign literature means what? The people who have come to India to visit, they are called travelers. So they came to India to see India, because India was one of the prosperous country, having plenty of varieties of culture, languages, a peaceful living people, and it is complete everywhere greenery. It looks so beautiful. So that's why many of the travelers attracted our India. That is why many travelers, they came to India. They have traveled every part of the India. They experienced about India and they have written about their experience in their book. That is what we call they are called foreign literature. Whoever they come from out of country and written the books or any literature, they are called foreign literature. Who are the people has come to India? Megasthenes. So Megasthenes, he came from other country and he written the book of Indica. Megasthenes is written Indica. Then Phaeons also written the book of Gokoki. Which book? Gokoki. It is written by Fines. And Winsong. Winsong came from China, so he also written a book Siyuki. Okay, na? Winsong, he is also foreign traveler. He visited India. So about his experience, he written the book of Siyuki. And Ptolemy. See, Ptolemy also written a book of geography. Ptolemy written the book of geography. Okay, na? Then Ferista. Ferista written the book the Tariq-i-Ferista. Ferista written book of Tariq-i-Ferista. The book is written by him. The next Babur. So Babur is a great king, ruled India. The Babur written the Tuzuk-i-Baburi. Tuzuk-i-Baburi. These are all the books written by they came from out of other countries and they experienced here and they experienced there, all their experience written in these books. So these are the the foreign literature. So if you come to the about archaeological, so inscription, coins, monuments and other ruins. So inscription means again whichever the written on the wall, on the rock, on the temple, on the metals, all these are called inscription. Coins means the kings they introduced the mint many of the coins. It may be a bronze coin, it may be a silver coin, it may be a golden coin, it may be all kinds of metals, different kinds of metals. So these are all coins. The coins also tells the history of the period. So again, not monuments. Monument means many monuments. It may be a temple, it may be a fort, it may be a palaces, it may be a many statues, it may be a many instruments used by the daily usable things. These are all called what are these inscription. Okay, so my dear children, what is history? History is a systematic study of past. Okay, na? The history is written on the basis of sources. Again, history, if it is no source, it cannot be said as a history. History need sources, and sources and history. The historians are called the advocate because they go for search and with proof, with sources, they go for writing the history. Again, the sources can be divided into two, that is the literary sources, archaeological sources. Again, literary sources will be divided into written source literature, oral literature, and archaeological sources divided into 4 ABCD: inscription, coins, monuments, and other ruins. And next, the written literature divided into 2: native literature, foreign literature. Native literature means, I said already, the language of Indian languages, local languages. It may be a Sanskrit, Prakrit, Pali, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, Oriya, Gujarati, Urdu, and many other languages. And that, on the basis of that languages, these many writers written books. That is Kautilya written Arthashastra, King Har written Katha Saptasati, Vishnu the Vishakadatta written Mudrakshasa, Kalhana written Rajatarangini, Banabhatta written Arshacharita, Chambada written Prithviraj Raso, Pampa written Vikramarjuna Vijaya. And foreign literatures written Megasthenes written Indica, Foyle written Gokoki, Winsong written Siyuki, Ptolemy written Geography, Feristas written Tariq-i Firasta Babri written Qasr-e Babri. So I think you have understood the lesson. You have to, if you are not understand, again and again you have to read the textbooks. See, some of the homework I have given on the based on today's I am teaching. What I have taught today, and based on that I have given homework. See here, can you find out? Can you see? What is history? Name the sources. Name the archaeological sources. Name the languages of our country. Okay, na? Languages, how many languages are there? That is proved by the or chosen by the our constitution. That 13 languages you have to write it. Find out wherever you take help, but you should be written. And mention the books was written by the historians. It may be a native literature or it may be a foreign literature. Both foreign and native literatures books you have to write it. Then last one is very important. Read the page number 1 and 2 and pick it 30 hard words. Okay, na? So there are page number 1 and 2 you have to read. After reading, which words you feel too difficult to pronounce, those words you have to write it. If possible, find out the meaning from the dictionary and go for this one. Okay, my dear children. So these homework should be written and you have to WhatsApp to me. I think most of the children, you have my number. You have to WhatsApp before today 10 o'clock night. Okay, now, because tomorrow I am going to check your homework, then the teachers are giving you attendance. If you are not sending homework, you will be the absent. And everybody should watch online classes and repeatedly you watch if you are not understand. So go for capturation, all those things again and again. You go for watching video, understand, and further class next I'll continue the same chapter for next class. Okay, children, bye. All of you, be safe, be good. Okay, thank you, children.